All right, peace, family. Welcome to the channel. In this one, I would like to go over the usury that our people have experienced here in the U.S. with just two institutions. What I feel is these people knew what we were good at. They monopolized the industry, freed us into the industry, and now they make profit off of us. Initially, slaves used songs and music to boost the overall happiness of the people they worked with. During times of difficult labor, slaves would break out in a song to pass the time and lift their spirits. Slaves would often sing songs that praised the Lord or asked the Lord for help and guidance. My primary source is a common slave song that was sung to acquire hope and ask for assistance on their journey. Walk with me, Lord, walk with me. All along this tejas journey, I want Jesus to walk with me. This song was usually a song during a very stressful and strenuous situation. Most slaves were devout Christians, not only to give them hope and faith, but to also please the white man and to possibly shorten their time as a slave. These songs constantly heard in groups and were crucial to getting through the day. Singing these songs helped pass time and lift the spirits of the distraught workers. Singing as a form of communication is deeply rooted in the African American culture. It began with African slaves who were kidnapped and shipped across the Atlantic during the Middle Passage. Slaves from different countries, tribes, and cultures used singing as a way to communicate during the voyages. They were able to look for kin, countrymen, and women through song. According to a white shipmate who made 4 voyages to Africa between 1760 and 1770, they frequently sing, the men and the women answering another. But what is the subject of their song, I cannot say. Although they could not understand what the Africans were saying, the crew did pick up on the sorrowful tone of their songs. Music was a way for slaves to express their feelings, whether it was sorrow, joy, inspiration, or hope. Songs was passed down from generation to generation throughout slavery. These songs were influenced by African and religious traditions and would later form into the basis of what is known as the Negro spirituals. It says Colonel Thomas Higgins of the 54th Massachusetts Regiment recognized the term Negro spiritual in the Atlantic Monthly in 1867. Higginson had heard the songs in camp and marches with the colored soldiers. So now I'm gonna get into why I read that. It is common knowledge that the popular music industry is dominated by a few huge companies, sometimes referred to as the Big Three: Universal Music Group, Sony Music Group, Warner Music Group. It used to be the Big Four until EMI was basically put into the other three. Before this, the Big Five, which followed the Big Six. As time has gone, the music market has become more and more restricted in the choices you could actually make as a consumer. According to Nielsen SoundScan, these three companies control roughly 90% of the music market in 2012, and this number is trending upward. This is a problem for rap fans though, and it's even more severe. Of the top 25 chart hip hop singles in 2013, Universal Music Group had a hand in 20. And when you look at the hip hop landscape as a whole, the reality that one company is completely running the game is almost unavoidable. Cash Money, Def Jam, Aftermath, Rockefeller, Good Music, TDE, Bad Boys are all in the Universal stable. Not only do they control your usual corporate ran subjects, they also control rappers who are expected to change the game, like Kendrick and Kanye. But how much does this consolidation of power actually affect the music made? And most importantly, is there any hope? So I just wanted to show you, after slavery, they knew our people were good singers, so they made an industry in which they controlled to make money off of our natural talents. And I just wanted to show this. It was a part of the Operation Mockingbird, but it shows that the CIA had people, their assets controlling the time industry. So that's Time Warner, all of that. It's like under the umbrella. And we also had ball games in Mexico and South America. So I just wanted to show you a few pictures of the game that was played. It was rubber ball. Sometimes it was similar to soccer, and sometimes it was similar to basketball. But if you look now, the leagues are majority black, but the ownership is not black. You have one black NBA owner, you have one minority owner in the NFL, but the dude is from India. So that's all I wanted to show. Two institutions, sports and music, our people was good at before slavery and during slavery, and the European capitalized on it, and now he's making the most money off of it. But like, subscribe, share. This is a Free Black Society presentation. Peace.